kind of straight out the lighthouse unit.
I go by Yekka 12 tribes representing. Uncommon conscious music through your studios. Listen, I don't be cooking crack in my homeboy's kitchen. I be about that information, share it with my brethren. You won't see me on no block, serving fiends, catching cases. You'll see me on the web, learning about registration. Trying to search about my nationality and heritage, then research about history and what this shit was carrying. I think my people were slaves in the days of the Constitution, labeled them as livestock. Tagged us, beat us, kept us moving, treated us with brutality and kept the world puking. Then promised slave rights, apologies and retributions. That Negro act is still valid and they using it. That's why I gotta make this shit surreal music. That Negro act is still valid and they using it. That's why I gotta make this shit surreal music. This is Young Yisrael Nation and I got a message that come from the streets. We can no longer be silent. We can no longer be weak. We can no longer suffer defeats from Edomites be what they want us to be. We gotta be the most high chosen nation, cause that's the nation we was chosen to be. We gotta be the most fearless, but we gotta keep up your laws though. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I'm spitting truth through these bars, bro. If you focus, you can see them. Genocide and I see them. Constantine and his Roman friends, the first council in Nicaea. But as far as these Romans go, when the deep is all this Yisrael United, a kingdom, awakening, a nation.
Leave it in there. Leave it in there. That's all. Yeah.
We back! Another episode of Yisrael United. This is the place where you'll come and learn about the scripture. You know, we're going to read you that deal. National awareness is what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? We ain't black. Man, I be here. Hey, before I get into this thing, man, I went to a little show last night, man, a little poetry show, man. That motherfucker was off this chain, man. Shout out to Cash, man, these guys put on a show last night that had me. I ain't even want to leave, but you know, I had to end it a little early. You know how we get down. But man, damn, that shit was off the chain, bro. But y'all gotta stop saying this black shit. We ain't black. No, we not black. What the fuck is black? That's some evil shit. Damn it. Let's stop saying that, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into what we is for real. You know what I'm saying? We gotta know. We gotta know what our nationality. We gotta just can't be thinking about the shit. Yeah. We gotta know what this. Hey, matter of fact, somebody shoot the number out. We gotta get some callers in this motherfucker.
314-339-9759. Hit the line.
Man, call us if y'all wanna know some shit. Call us if y'all got some questions.
Yep. Hey, before we get started off, I want to give a big shout out to all our sponsors. Shout out Louis Wood Productions. Shout out My City, My Music. Shout out Soldiers by Blood.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And all of my subscribers out there, all y'all motherfuckers, man, keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? We love it. Keep that shit rising up there. Get this knowledge out there. We need this awareness. Spread it. Man, I've been doing shows and shit, man. I've been performing. I'm going to start doing that shit a little more, too. So, look at your brother Yekka out there, man. Go ahead and check me out. I'm going to be out there
314-339-9759.
Hit the line. Hit us on up. All right. My week was good, man. How was y'all?
It was good.
My week was terrible.
Oh, it was great.
It was great. Yeah, man, before we get to talking, who the hell is y'all? Go on and introduce yourself.
Hey, y'all, it's Cash.
What's up, guys? Devon.
TYM.
It's being Yekka Ben.
And I'm your brother, Yekka Ben, you know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta say it. So, What was you saying? What's the last thing we talked about? Y'all was introducing yourself. What's the last thing we talked about? Let's give a recap. We finished the book of Genesis, y'all. Shout out to that, you know what I'm saying? That's some shit. The whole book. Tune into the past episodes and check that on out, you know what I'm saying? Get that knowledge, just explain. You know, we done went through it. We having fun on this motherfucker the way we do. It's all good. Y'all can come in too, so hey.
Tap in.
Yeah. So somebody go ahead and tell us what the book of Genesis is about before we jump on into Exodus.
The last chapter or the whole book?
The whole book.
Yeah, the whole book. If you can, you recap it real fast, summarize it.
I can. I got it.
All right, let him do it. Go ahead.
So first, we started off from how the earth was made and the very beginning, how it's full of void and darkness. Then after that, we learned what a marriage was and how the very first family got started and how you start a family and how that get done.
Yeah.
Then after the family got started, we learned about the sins that come into play. All the sins. And how sin would lie at the door. And then we got down the kids.
You can't
and the
just say
generation.
that halfway. What it say? What that say? If sin lies at the door, if you leave a little bit of sin at the door,
A whole lot gonna get in.
yeah, it's gonna consume you. All right, keep going.
Then, so after we learned about that, we learned about the generations, all the people with Adam generation. Then we learned about going down a little more generation to Noah.
Yeah.
Then that's when the earth got flooded and stuff. Then we went on down to Abraham.
No doubt.
Then we went through his story and all of his wives and all of his kids. And the Most High made him promises.
Yeah.
Said that he was going to be a great nation, the father of many nations.
And one of his nations was gonna come out of them nations. Yep. Keep going.
Then we learned, after Abraham, we went on to Isaac. And we learned that he got some promises made to him.
He was the chosen nation.
That he was the chosen nation and not
Right, you
Ishmael.
can't be skipping over the promises now. You gotta say what
My
the
bad,
promise-
this is a recap. I gotta skip over some stuff. I
Yeah,
can't.
but not the promises.
Okay, so the promise to Isaac was that he was gonna be what? The father of many nations,
It's going to come through him.
and it's gonna come through him. And then he said,
What's gonna come through him?
number
The
the,
seeds.
The Most High's chosen nation was gonna come through Isaac and not Ishmael.
yep.
All right, keep going.
And we learned
Oh man, damn! Hold on. Oh man, hold on. You get two of them. We ain't gonna even say what he did, y'all, but he did that. He did that. All right, keep going.
well, anywho, after Isaac got them promises, he had a son named Jacob, and Jacob.
What about Esau?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Isaac
yeah.
had Jacob and Esau.
They was twins.
They
You
was
can't
twins.
Say one without the other.
My bad. They was twins. One of them came out red and hairy, and the other one came out normal. And they was brothers. The older brother was supposed to get the blessing. The older brother was Esau, but Esau sold his birthright to his little brother, and that's how he got the birthright instead of him, because he sold it to him for some food or whatever. So when it came down to get blessed, Esau got tricked out of his blessing by Jacob, and Jacob got the blessing instead of Esau. And when Esau learned that Jacob got the blessing, he got mad, and he wanted to kill his brother. And after his daddy died, he really tried to kill his brother. And then, but he survived. You know how we do.
Yeah.
But after that, what happened? They went to the land outside of Egypt.
Who was that?
Abraham. I mean, not Abraham. Isaac. No, we talking about Jacob. My bad.
We talking about Jacob. Jacob went with his uncle
Yeah.
and met his two wives.
Yeah.
And then that's when he started having his kids, which he had 12 kids in all. He had it with his wives and his wives' handmaids. He had 2 wives and 2 handmaids.
Yeah.
And he had 12 kids in all.
Yeah.
And then when they grew up, the kids grew up,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was kind of envying Joseph because he had dreams and saying how
Who was Joseph?
Joseph is one of the 12 kids.
Okay.
He was actually the youngest.
Okay.
He was the second youngest after Benjamin. Benjamin was the youngest.
Absolutely.
And he was telling all his brothers how everybody's going to rule under him. He was going to rule over them. Especially, well, not especially, but including his daddy. And then everybody was just looking at him weird, saying how he was crazy. And then his brothers sold him to the merchants, and he was sold to Egypt.
Yep. Okay, then he went to Egypt, and when he went to Egypt, he became like right under the Pharaoh. Like he became high rank, and he became rich, and he sold grain to everybody on the earth because the earth went through a famine. And he moved his whole family into Egypt, and that's how all the Israelites got to Egypt. And then after that,
So you telling me that Yisrael didn't get created in Egypt?
nah.
Oh,
Who told you that?
right.
I thought Yisrael came from Egyptian slaves.
I thought that came. Oh, I ain't heard that.
I thought the
Yeah, we on the
I
podcast.
thought they was just Egyptian slaves. I thought that's how that nation became.
Nope.
Nah.
That was that before that?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. They was in the land outside of there before that. They came there like what? 60 people deep.
Yep.
It was only like 60 of them.
But at
Yeah,
first
yeah.
it was just Joseph, but he
Yeah.
wanted his family with him.
Right.
Joseph was the big shit over there.
Yeah.
He was the governor.
He was right under the Pharaoh. So now Yisrael didn't start out as slaves. That's actually Yisrael was shit. Joseph was the big shit over there, and wasn't nobody hiding Joseph except for what?
The Pharaoh.
The Pharaoh. Yeah, keep going.
So then, after Joseph became big and all that, and after he moved his family down there and all of that,
Jacob died.
Jacob died. Yeah, his father died.
They buried him with his parents,
Uh-huh.
and then they came back to Egypt, and Joseph died.
Okay.
And Joseph was buried in the
A tomb.
Egyptian tomb,
Yup.
Okay.
and that's where Genesis stopped.
And that's where Genesis stopped. Hey Tim, what you think about that shit, man?
I think it's something that we should keep getting reminded of.
Divine,
makes sense. That
wait a
makes
minute,
sense,
wait a minute,
right?
wait a minute.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want you to
facts.
elaborate on that. Wait a minute, because
Facts.
that was good. Divine,
Thanks.
what you think?
I don't even know what to say. I mean, what Tim said, I think it is something to be reminded of, most definitely for someone who don't know, who they is, for somebody that, claimed black
As a nationality. I'm black and I'm proud. Man, I was saying that shit so much, boy.
It is important to know where you come from,
And I just wanted to stop the show. You know, I wanted to jump on the stage. Like, man, hold on, man. It's a good show, but damn it, we ain't. This crowd too beautiful, man, to be black. You know what I'm saying? Then I should have just I need to just carry this big old motherfucker around with me so everybody can just read what the definition of black is.
Yeah, it is.
Cause we ain't black.
What
Damn.
is that?
What
is that?
We was treated and taught to be black,
Thank
but
you.
we wasn't born to be black. We was just thought with a mindset that's how we was supposed to be.
Say that again, man. Go ahead and elaborate on your words, Tim. You talking some real good
We
shit.
was
That's why I
born-
wanted you to talk, man.
We was born treated like we was black and raised like to be black, but we wasn't born to be black.
What was we born to be?
We was born to be the chosen nation, one of the chosen tribes
Of who?
of Israel.
How important is that?
That's real important because, say for instance, I had a real rich granddaddy, right? He was hella rich, but he ain't forget I was his grandson, but I forgot I was his grandson, and I forgot that I was supposed to inherit everything that he inherited. I mean that he was supposed to pass it down to my daddy, and my daddy's supposed to pass it down to me. So if I don't know that my granddaddy rich, and I don't know that I'm supposed to have these riches,
y'all don't even know who your granddaddy
is. Right, so.
I think I got a better example.
Okay, I want to hear that.
It's so important that this other nation that took over the United States tried their best to help us forget where we came from.
Tried they damnness. They first of all stole our identity. Why in the fuck is we the only nation of people out in this motherfucker that don't got an identity? We don't know who the fuck we is. Huh? We the only one got a question mark behind who we are as a people.
Before Black history, before slavery.
Well, even right now, they labeled us as African American. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is an African American? Hold on. What the fuck is that? 2 fucking continents. Oh, yeah, African American. What the fuck bloodline is that? What the fuck part of Africa did you see? What I fucking know? What nation of people in Africa did I come from? Ask your damn self that question too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, who don't know America is a nation made up of many nations? This is the land of the motherfucking free. A lot of nations come to this motherfucker and get nationalized. So, again, what the fuck is an African American? Okay, on that, we gonna take us a break. Play some of this St. Louis shit.
It give me a headache.
Welcome to St. Louis.
You are listening to Yisrael United, hosted by your brother Yekobin. You can follow us on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, and also subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're a kingdom awakening a nation. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. Keep my heart tight, 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 my mind right. It seems like they will love you if you know how to ball, but they won't understand when your mojo fall. Take money out your pants until you crawl. They do it like they supposed to get treated for Ebola. That hate around the corner, don't trust who will love you. Always in the drama, I don't like the mixer. Bipolar from the pickup, I thought we could talk. I guess that was a mess up, I thought you was my gutter. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. Keep my heart tight, 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 my mind right. What's up with the secret? You say you love me recent. I know why you sneak. I know why you creep. I know you act like you innocent. Girl, you just pick. I know why you free. I know why you with me. Why you want a baby? Why you acting lazy? Why you drive me crazy? Acting like you shady? I had enough. It's been too tough, like too rough. I need a puff. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. Keep my heart tight, my mind right. Keep my heart tight, my mind right. Keep my heart tight, my mind right. Keep my heart tight. vegetables. People just too physical. Try hard to get rid of ya. I really don't get it, dude. Thought you was the homeboy. Childish than my little boy. Always playing big boy. Hang around with little toys. Let me just step out the way. I love women, I'm not gay. You can't tell me what's wrong. You can't tell me what's right. You had scared me once, twice. I really don't need advice from a boy that's like a mice. Rolling around just rolling dice. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. I have to keep my heart tight, keep my mind right. Keep my heart tight, 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 my mind right.
You are listening to Yisrael United, hosted by your brother Yekobin. You can follow us on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, and also subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're a kingdom awakening a nation. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yo, we're back. Hey, Daddy Rich and that was Tim, man. Hey, I like that music, man. You know what I'm saying? Right on. Appreciate that, fellas. All right, we're going to get on right on in the scripture, man. Exodus chapter 1. Who finna do this reading, Tim?
Yes, I'll read it today.
All right, well, go ahead. Let's jump right on into this.
Chapter 1.
Exodus
chapter 1. These are the names of the sons of Israel who came to Egypt and Jacob, each with his household: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin. Zebulun and Benjamin. Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. All the descendants of Jacob were 70 persons. Joseph was already in Egypt. Then Joseph died, and all his brothers and all their generations. But the people of Israel was fruitful and increased greatly. They multiplied and grew exceedingly strong, so that the land was filled with them. Now there was a new king over Egypt, who did not know Joseph. And he said to his people, Behold, the people of Israel, too many and too mighty for us. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them.
All right, now stop right there. Somebody tell me what just happened. What just happened in their own words, man? What was going on?
It sounded like the Pharaoh. He wasn't Pharaoh anymore in the Jacob's nation. Just kids and all. Their population grew too big to be in Egypt.
All right, yeah, that's what's up. So, Yisrael was thriving in Egypt. This ain't just happened overnight. You know what I'm saying? This was years and years of thriving in Egypt, you know. And the Pharaoh that Joseph was cool with died. You know, Joseph was probably, he did, right? Mm-hmm. So, the recognition that Yisrael had was kind of diminishing. They was getting unliked because they was growing. They was growing kind of like we are right now today. They be trying to kill us, but we got like hella kids in our household. Right now today, we still do it. You know what I'm saying? We got big families, man. But we was doing the same thing in Egypt. We was just big, and the Pharaoh was getting scared at the time. He say, man, these motherfuckers is getting shit. They getting big. They freaking. I don't want to say the word.
They been getting boogie.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
They growing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's read how the Pharaoh felt. What he do?
All right. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, lest they multiply, and if war breaks out, they join our enemies and fight against us and escape from the land.
All right, so he just said the reason that he was scared of them multiplying was what?
Yeah, it's gonna take over the land.
Because maybe they was gonna join with like one of their enemies or something and take over the land, or shit, they was fuck around and do it themselves as big as they got. Alright? So let's see what happened.
Therefore, they set taskmasters over them to afflict them with heavy burdens. They built for Pharaoh store cities, Fitham and Ramses. But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and the more they spread abroad.
You
And
see? So what did he do first? What was his first solution?
To move them to the Pharaoh city.
Read it again, Tim.
Therefore they set taskmasters over to them to afflict them with heavy burdens.
Stop.
They sent the army out.
Therefore they sent taskmasters over them
Yeah.
to afflict them with heavy burdens. Can we kind of relate to that in nowadays times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are taskmasters?
It's like
The police.
no, it's like over them. Like if the police can handle it, they send basically
The task
FBI,
force.
Yeah, FBI.
They got
If they
task
can't do
force
it, they
out
get the
here.
army.
Task force is really out here.
To put heavy burdens on them. What do we consider as burdens right now?
Think about
Warrants.
Think about Mike Brown.
Court
He's
dates.
Mm.
like, everybody went crazy and they went and got the army.
Yeah. Yeah. You're exactly right. You're absolutely right. And these are these different type of burdens that we have on us.
Yeah. They,
Tickets.
Keep on reading, Tim. Hey, first of all, tell everybody where you at. See, this is when this book starts to get real interesting because you can start to see the relevance. You just got to put it through nowadays times and realize that this book really happened. The events in this book really happened. So you can relate it because it's the same earth that it happened on. It's you living all them years ago. How the fuck would you react? Alright, so they say they was kept putting all these heavy burdens on them. But these motherfuckers still was reproducing. Kind of like when they put us in the slums and the ghettos and shit, trying to put all this shit on us with these, the court dates, tickets and all this shit. Mm-hmm. But these motherfuckers steady reproducing, and they generations is getting smart. Look how smart we is now, these generations, man. Look at y'all ass. We ain't gonna even talk about that. We don't even talk about that. That's big. Hold on, I should drop the bomb on that ass for that shit. But I ain't gonna do it. Tell everybody where we at, Tim. We're gonna keep reading.
We at Exodus chapter 1, paragraph 12.
Alright.
But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and the more they spread abroad. And the Egyptians were in dread of the people of Israel.
The Egyptians were in dread of the people of Israel. What does that mean?
Scared of them.
They were scared of them. Keep reading. Where we at?
So they ruthlessly.
Where we at?
We at chapter 13.
Alright.
I mean, paragraph 13.
We're in chapter 1, paragraph 13.
Yeah, chapter 1, paragraph. So they ruthlessly made the people of Israel work as slaves, and made their lives bitter with hard service, in a mortar and brick, and in all kinds of work in the field. And all that would work, they ruthlessly made them work as slaves.
Let me put these in another words. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with harshness. We understand what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
And made their lives bitter with hard bondage. You know what that means, don't you? What's bondage?
Jail.
Jail. In mortar and brick. This is what this is saying.
You said mortar and brick?
What is mortar and brick? That's a building, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a building, y'all. Mortar and brick is a building. Okay?
Last time I checked.
And in all kinds of work in the field, all the work
they made to them which was hard. They made it hard. Everything that they did, they made they work hard. Can we relate to this in nowadays times?
Yeah.
Can somebody give me an example?
Jail. That's the biggest example there.
Well, not just jail, because that's definitely there.
Yeah.
But what does it mean when it says it make all the work that they done, it made all the work hard?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, racism.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
say it loud. I mean, racism. That is
Speaking.
most
No,
definitely real.
Do not be afraid to say it.
Yeah, more like racism these days that's going around, and it's still going on.
Can y'all say something like white privilege? Do y'all know what that is? So who don't know what white privilege is? Somebody explain to me what white privilege is. Can somebody explain? Don't nobody want to talk about it.
I was finna say, right now, I don't think it's even such thing as a white privilege.
I do.
Because
It
not no
is.
more.
No. I'm not just making up
I don't-
words.
It still
Going off
is.
of
This
experience,
is a
yeah.
real thing. It's
Okay,
a real
yeah,
saying.
you're right.
So I'm not making this up. It is a such thing as white privilege.
If you ever been stopped by the police with your white friend in the car, you will see.
That's one aspect of it, but I want to take the police out the game. What about when you walking into the store? If it's you walking in, how motherfucker gonna look at you? You can relate to how people look at your black ass because that's who y'all consider yourself as black. How do they look at you? Do they look at you with a welcoming smile or do they look at you with a suspicious eye?
They be following you around.
When
they gonna follow
a quote unquote white person enters their establishment, they ain't looking at them like that. They looking at them like, oh yeah, we finna make some good money out of them.
Yeah.
This is some honest money. Talk about it. Don't be afraid. Because I got some European partners out there that don't mind me talking about this stuff.
Facts. I
Every
got some
time-
European partners that see the difference. That know the
So
difference.
talk about it. This is national awareness, and the Bible is speaking on it. This is a harshness in work. Who don't know when you going to work? Can you be yourself in corporate America?
No.
No. Ooh, hold on. What they call it? Code switching, huh?
It is words for these things.
Code switching. Everybody know about that. When your mama get an important call.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
So
You know?
these are things that we need to talk about. The Bible is still relevant. They are still using the same tactics that they did back in the day. We are in modern day Egypt right now. We are in the land of bondage right now. Tim, where we at in this?
Yeah. Exodus chapter 1, paragraph 15.
Read.
Then the king of Egypt said to the Hebrew midwives, one of whom was named Shiphrah and the other Puah, when you serve as midwife to the Hebrew woman and see them on the birth stool, if it is a son, you shall kill him. But if it is a daughter, she shall live. But the midwives feared God and did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them.
Stop. What just happened? Somebody tell me what just happened.
They was trying to kill off the offsprings, the men offsprings.
Why?
So they wouldn't reproduce.
So the issue that was in Egypt was, damn, man, we put all this affliction on them. We put all this bondage on them. We put all this harshness on them. And they still thriving. We need to kill them. Let's get they midwives. Let's tell them when they have them on the birth stool. Who know what a birth stool is?
I do.
Talk about it. What is it?
It's back in the day we had to stand up and to push the baby out. And when the baby came out, like it was then somebody sitting under the woman.
Yes.
Catch the baby.
And they said during this process, if it's a boy, kill it. Can we relate nowadays?
Yeah. We can relate to that.
Who don't know we got the biggest target on our backs as quote unquote black men? Don't nothing out here like you.
I've been told that.
Hey,
Actually,
oh,
it worked.
right,
And
that's
when
what
I
I'm
was working in
saying.
nursing home, they said nobody likes you.
We gon' drop that real shit.
No, not me.
on
I'm
this
saying,
show.
I'm talking about when I said, no, I had a,
Hey, I thought you were talking about you.
Who it is?
Move your phone out the
Oh,
way
wait,
because
my
we
fault.
can't see you on. Yeah, there you go.
alright, anyway. So, this when I was like 20, because this is like beginning of when I was learning this on this. But anyway, I was working in a nursing home where I knew a little something, I started catching something, whatever, bow. So, I was working in the kitchen, and then I was walking, I was serving the plates, whatever. So, I make a long story short, I was next to my homeboy, and then they was like, oh, y'all look alike. And I was like, yeah, that's my Israelite brother. And I started laughing, and then he didn't know what I was talking about, and then the old man just folded up, and nobody likes you anyway.
Right. Right.
Nobody likes
The
you
old
anyway.
man, see,
I
he
don't
was
know
talk-
where he just old as fuck, just nobody likes you.
'Cause he was working
he
at a
couldn't even
nursing
turn his
home.
neck. That's how old. So you know that's back in the day, right? So they already know back in the day, but we just don't know now because they already know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, make a long story short,
He said
He
nobody
said-
likes you anyway.
this is how he looked it. This is how he
Here,
looked it.
tell the story one more time.
All right, look. I was working in a nurse home. Me and my homeboy, we started walking out, passing out plates to the resident.
Yep.
And one old man said,
A resident.
yeah, resident. Well, one resident said, y'all look alike. And I said, that's my Israelite brother. And my homeboy didn't know what I was talking about. And I started laughing. This is how I know it was real. He replied and said, nobody likes y'all nobody likes shit anyway. He said y'all. Nobody likes y'all anyway. That's how I know it was real. The resident said nobody likes y'all anyway. That's how I know when it was real.
Other nations know who you are.
Now I didn't say. Now I remember I said my Israelite brother. How do you know what I was talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Other nations know
Exactly.
who you are.
Other nations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And
It's us that don't know who we are.
it was important that he mentioned that his friend did not know what he was talking about. That's why he started laughing at him.
Right. Because we don't know who we are. As far as our nationality, we stuck on this, we black. We stuck on this, African American. And we stuck on this oppression.
Facts.
But we're trying to get y'all a way out. We're trying to show y'all that there's a way out. This same thing has happened back in the day, and it is recorded. We reading it right now. You just got to open your mind up and read the damn book. Because it's your history. Now tell everybody where we at and keep reading this deal.
We had
19.
we had a paragraph 19. The midwives said to Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian woman, for they are vigorous, and give birth before the midwife comes to them. So God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and grew very strong. And because the midwives feared God,
Well, I can't skip over this one important fact. Why did the midwives not do it?
The fear of the Most High.
See, what the Pharaoh failed to realize, that these midwives that he was going to get to do this, guess what? They was of the nation of Yisrael. This is our peoples. We had our peoples delivering our babies. And And he went to ask our peoples to do that act against us. It wasn't that they didn't want to do it because they were scared of the Pharaoh. Because if they were scared of the Pharaoh, they'd have did that. Right?
Yeah.
They feared our Father. The fear that they had for our Father, the Most High, Yah, our Heavenly Father, that fear. That's why they didn't do that. This is what we need to get to now. That's the difference between us back then and us now. See, back then, we knew who we were. So it was certain things that we just would not fucking do. This is why I be trying to explain to people when they be talking about, man, the Bible was all messed up, everybody did this and that. No, the laws ain't changed. We move the way we move because we for our Father and we follow the laws of our Father. That's how we move. That's why we move like this. We get back into that way of thinking, we'll solve all of these issues that we got. Financially, this oppression,
Yep.
all of it. This is why this thing is important. This is why this national awareness is important. We can get around it. It's a solution. Do you want to do it? Do you want to hurry? If you do, Tim, tell them where we at and read.
We at paragraph 22. Then Pharaoh commanded.
Exodus, paragraph 22.
Exodus chapter 1.
There we go.
Paragraph 22.
There we go.
Then Pharaoh commanded all his people, every son that is born to the Hebrews you shall cast into the Nile, but you shall let every daughter live. Chapter 2. Exodus chapter 2, paragraph 1. Now a man from the house of Levi, verse 1. Now a man from the house of Levi went and took as his wife a Levite woman.
Okay.
The woman, I was saying, wow. But anyway, the woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw that he was a fine
Straight
child.
up, Daddy Rich. Hey, no doubt. He say, survivor of systematic racism is what's going on. No doubt.
Yep.
She hid him 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she took for him a basket made of rush and dubbed it with bitumen and pitch. She put the child in it and placed it among the reeds by the river and bank. And his sisters took at a distance to know what would be done to him. Now,
wait a minute. Now, I want to point out this, show the significance in this. This is important what he's reading right here. And I want you to start that back over from chapter 2, Tim. This is the beginning of the Moses story. Now, pay attention to what's going on here. Read.
Paragraph 2.
Chapter 2, paragraph 1.
Now a man from the house of Levi went and took as his wife a Levite woman. The woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw that he was a fine child, she hid him 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she took for him a basket made of bulrushes and daubed it with bitumen and pitch. She put the child in it and placed it among the reeds by the river bank. And his sister took a distance to know what would be done to him. Now the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, while her young woman walked beside the river. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her servant woman, and she took it. When she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby was crying. She took pity on him and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call you a nurse from the Hebrew woman to nurse the child for you?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." So the girl went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages. So
Stop. All right, cool. Somebody tell me what just happened in their own words.
Like Levi just got the Pharaoh's daughter pregnant. Is that?
Nah.
No. Nope.
Nope.
I got it.
Somebody
I
tell me
got
what just happened.
So, somebody in Levi's home, a man and woman, they had a baby, and of course they was told.
Someone in the tribe of Levi,
Yeah.
Levi was one of the sons.
Yeah.
But remember, we generations and generations down, so they done had
Hella
kids on
kids.
kids on kids on
Yeah.
kids on kids. It's generations now. So it's somebody within that house of Levi. This is what I be saying to everybody, man. This is a family thing. We still in that line.
Yeah.
It ain't stopped. But anyway, yeah, you're right. Somebody within that family of Levi's descendants, Levi's grandkids.
They had a baby, and of course they was telling them to kill the babies, but the mama of the baby seen that the baby was goodly. He had a good appearance to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she kept him for 3 months, and then she couldn't keep him anymore. So she had disguised him like it was just like a pot of mud, and she had flued him in the water.
Yep.
And then
She put them in she put them in a basket and disguised the basket like it was like it's muddy and shit.
yeah,
Right.
and then the Pharaoh's daughter found him and had one of her maidservants go have a Hebrew to nurse him, so she could keep him.
But
for
don't
herself.
forget, his sister
Oh yeah, his sister,
stood by the river's edge when they put him in and watched where he went.
so she know where he was going.
So she had to, so she took account of what happened. This is how we know what happened. She sat there and watched, right?
Yeah,
Keep going. What happened?
the Hebrew midwife nursed him.
So who found the baby?
Oh, the Pharaoh's daughter.
The Pharaoh's daughter found the baby in what?
She had told one of her midwives to go get a Hebrew midwife to
Right.
nurse the baby.
Right. Because in Egypt they had all these different kinds of nations because they was the most part. They was the king. They was the shit. So they had all these different kinds of nations of people there. So she found one of the Hebrew midwives, and she was like, "Her, take care of this, raise this baby." Right.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going. What we at, Tim?
Exodus chapter 2, verses 8.
All right.
And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. So the girl went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Take the child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages. So the woman took the child and nursed him. When the child grew older, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. She named him Moses, because she said, I drew him out of the water. One day, when Moses had grown up, he went out to his people and looked on their burdens, and he saw an Egyptian being a Hebrew, one of his people. He looked his way and seeing no one. He looked his way in that and seeing no one. He struck down the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. When he went out to the next day, behold, 2 Hebrews were struggling together. And he said to the man in the room, Why do you strike your companion? He answered, Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Do you mean to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? Then Moses was afraid. and thought,
Stop. Let's talk about this for a second. What just happened here in your own words?
My Bible didn't say what Tim Bible said. He said that one day that Moses seen a spy, one of the spies from the Egyptian, and he had hit him.
So, where you at? Where was you reading that at?
This was verse 11.
Okay, and it said,
And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown,
right.
he went down into his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian spinning a Hebrew
Yeah.
of his brethren. So he didn't see, he wasn't the spy, but he seen that the Egyptian was like kind of flirting with the Hebrew, or like.
No, it's mine say he was beating
he was
him.
beating him.
It
That's
say-
what
Beating
yours
him.
saying
Yours
too.
say
That's
what?
Yours saying
Fighting this.
Smiting.
Smite.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
smite.
like
smite means whooping.
that's like
that
killing
ass.
them for real.
Just in a different way.
Yeah, it's just in a
read that
different
wrong,
way, and it's
yeah.
trying to water it down because you got to think these versions be trying to change, still trying to change shit up. You know what I'm saying? So it say he was striking them, so they was fighting. He was whooping his ass. They wasn't fighting. He was whooping his ass. Right?
Yes.
All right. What happened?
He looked his way in that and seen no one. He struck down the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. When he went out the next day, behold, 2 Hebrews were struggling together. And he said to the man in the room, "Why do you strike your companion?" He answered, "Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Do you mean to kill me as you killed the Egyptian?" Then Moses was afraid and thought, "Surely the thing is known." When Pharaoh heard of it, he sought to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and stayed in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filtered through to water their father's flock. The shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and saved them and watered their flocks. When they came home in their father Reuel, he said, "How is it that you come home so soon today?" They said, "An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and even drew water for us and watered the flocks."
All right. Well, hold up. Since we got to pause right there, somebody tell me what happened, cause I'm lost. In their own words, somebody break it down, break it down, break it down. I don't know what's going on, damn it.
All right, so first Moses had killed the dude, the Egyptian that he seen beating the Hebrew. Then the very next day he seen 2 Hebrews fighting, and he asked them why they was fighting. And then they said like, "Why you judging us?"
Hold on. You said 2 Hebrews was fighting?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And he asked him, "Why you judging us? What you gonna do? Kill us like you killed the
Killed the
Egyptian?"
Egyptian, and he was like, "Dang, what I did must be
Yeah,
known
they know
out
about
here.
it.
Everybody
Damn it, man,
know."
they know.
I mean, so then Pharaoh heard about it, and he put some money on his head or something, or whatever he did. He was looking for Jacob, and Jacob ran to Midian, and now they talking about some being at Midian and watering.
Midian, the king of Midian has sent his daughters out to go get some water so they can feed the flocks. So Moses was already there, and he had helped them, so they had went home earlier because they had a man to help them feed the flocks. Basically, he had all the hard stuff they had to do. He had helped them with and got it out the way and helped feed the flocks.
Now I do wanna say something. At first I was I was thinking to myself, should I say this, man? Should I? But what we here noticing here? What happened?
They always meet their wives at the.
No, that ain't what we noticing.
They do don't.
That ain't what we noticing. That ain't what we noticing.
The watering hole must be the spot or something. 'Cause that must be like it's cracking like the riverfront.
That ain't what I was talking about, though. That ain't what I was
Be
talking
cracking.
about.
I was talking about something a little different, damn it. Hold up.
Yo.
What I was talking about, I get you. That was great to point out, but that,
For real,
that ain't what I was talking about. What I was talking about was that Moses killed a motherfucker. Thou shalt not kill. We ain't. Y'all should have said, well, damn, man, wait a minute, stop. Y'all should have been pulling one of these on me and shit. Hold on. Let me make sure I get the right one. Wait a minute. Y'all should have said, wait a minute.
I mean, I think it was kind of justified because he wasn't happy that he killed them, but he was killing one of his peoples. If he wouldn't have stopped him, he would have killed him, and they ain't gonna tell him how many other people he killed before. And
He ain't kill him for no reason.
Right. See, and that, so do we got rules to this?
Moses is the only one who killed them.
You see? Because
yeah, and Moses.
Okay, so let's see who else. Let's see who else done died. We
Levi
gotta
and his brother had demolished the whole village.
right. They got They got punished for that though, didn't they?
No.
Why? Who punished them?
They did not get
Those
punished
from
for
when
that.
they
When they did
Cause
that
they
to the
said
sisters?
Cause they said
Dang.
it said out of anger they killed the man. So it was when
No,
they
it
was
wasn't
mentioning the
just one
tribes.
man. They killed
It was the
village.
whole. It was all of them that went and did. Well, it was 3 of them that went and did. They said 3, but they probably had a whole gang of motherfuckers with them
Yeah.
that did that to that city. But anyway, we seeing killing though. But we ain't seeing senseless killing. We ain't seeing pointless killings. We seeing he killed that Egyptian because that Egyptian was gonna kill his peoples.
Yeah.
Did he know it was his peoples yet?
Yeah.
How you know?
It said it.
Where it say that at?
It said it at the beginning.
He said he spied his brethren.
Well, did Moses know that was that? Do Moses know he is Yisrael?
Yeah. It say he went to his home.
Yeah,
To the
that's where he
landers.
seen them fighting at.
So what made him go there? What made him know he was Yisrael? He was Hebrew.
I mean, he was raised by a Hebrew, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. The nurse, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So she probably got him hip, like,
Oh, she probably gamed him.
On
She
me.
probably told him who he was. All right, well, I want to learn more. Let's.
I mean, his name was Moses because his mama drew him out the river.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure he done heard that before. So he like, dang, he 2 and 2 had to click up somewhere, like, you know, she drew me out the river. I wasn't
Because
born
there's a
in-
lot of talk about this Moses and Egyptian thing. That's why I wanted to talk about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? But let's see if the Bible put a little, tell us a little more, shine a little light on it. Let's see what happened. Where we at, 10?
Exodus chapter 2, paragraph 14.
Verse 14. All right.
He answered, who made you a prince and a judge over us? Do you mean to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? Then Moses was afraid and thought,
We're on verse
surely,
20. We're on verse 20.
Well, let him go on and read back to it then.
We started 14 then.
Yeah. Well, we is pretty far along, Tim. We was kind of at 20, but
20, verses 20. He said to his daughters, "Men, where is he? Why have you left the man?" Called him, that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moses his daughter Zipporah. She gave her birth to a son, and he called his name Gershon. For he said, I have been a sojourner in a foreign land. During those many days, the king of Egypt died. And the people of Israel groaned because their slavery and cried out for help. Their cry for rescue from slavery came up to God. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with
his
Abraham.
promise. What covenant means?
Promise.
It's the promises that he made. Don't think the Most High ain't remembering that covenant right now today. This ain't the first time we heard that the Most High is remembering that covenant, is it?
No.
Nope.
What covenant is he talking about? What covenant do we remember?
The same one he made with his ancestors.
The same one he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose name is now called Yisrael. These are his descendants that we're talking about. That's why the Most High is remembering the covenant that he made with them. Keep going.
Abraham with Isaac and with Jacob. God saw the people of Israel, and God knew.
Hold on, do that again. Say that again.
His covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. God saw the people of Israel, and God knew.
We
Exodus-
cannot ignore that. We are the Most High's chosen nation. The Bible keep on telling us that. It keep on reminding it. Why can't we get it in our heads? Keep going.
Now, chapter 3, Exodus chapter 3, verse 1. Now Moses was keeping the flock, his father-in-law, Jethro, and the priest of Midian, and he led his flocks.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. Hold up. We just gave y'all a preview of too much shit. Okay? All right? Too much motherfucking shit. Yeah. That was supposed to be next week.
He didn't even finish the verse.
He did. He just said chapter 3.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't finish the verse.
I know. That's why I say he gave y'all too much.
Be continued.
That's right. To be continued. Hey, that was what's up, man. I like that.
Oh yeah.
We learned a lot, man.
We did.
Yeah. It's deeper. That's why I don't want them to go no further, because we gotta chop this up like that. Because we gotta pay attention to this shit. Just go. Hey, Tim, won't you read 24 for me one more motherfucking time? 24 and 25.
And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. God saw the people of Israel, and God knew.
Man, damn. I want to play some music to that shit. Can we get a music break? Get a music break. Let's get a motherfucking music break. Get a music break.
What's up, Witty World? Science 93 Pineline, Floyd Board, St. Louis. You know what it is. I love my city. We got it going on. Plus we grind every day. Got the Cardinals. We even got the Blues, block to block, corner to corner. You know how we do it. Grind every day. That's what it is. I call it home. I miss you, drop. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. 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 St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my city. St. Louis, my home. St. Louis, my home. From the city where the good die young, where it's easy to catch a slug in the hood and play dumb, where it's easy to catch a case anytime. Louis my city. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city. 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 St. Louis my home. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city. St. Louis my home. St. Louis my city.
Yeah. That's that St. Floyd. What's going on with you, bro? You know it. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so let's talk about this. Damn it, we need to talk about this. I want to go around the table. You know how I do it. How y'all feel about it? I'm coming to you last. How y'all feel about it?
I feel. I don't know. I feel uplifted. You know
What you learn?
I learned how this book be talking about like real life time, like how they was still putting them in jail and stuff back in the days, and they was still going through the stuff we going through now, back in the days.
Eye-opening, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
eye-opening.
People told me this book wasn't real.
How? Y'all realize how old this book is?
I was just gonna ask you a question.
Yo.
If they really, I want to say like if it, I don't want to say is why they never. It's impossible for them to destroy all the books. Is what I'm asking. Is it impossible for them to destroy all the books?
See, hey, everybody go check out the Council of Nicaea. Do your research on this guy named Constantine. And once you do your research on that, you will see, like, yeah, they did take some books out and they added some books. See what that whole little confrontation was all about. Why did they set up the Council of Nicaea? Why was that set up? Do your research on that type of that history is very easily researchable. Go on Google, research who was Constantine, and research Council of Nicaea. While you at it, research Serapis Christ and all that good shit too. All right? Do your research and see what happened to this book. Now, with that being said, yeah, they can take out books and add books and all that old bullshit, but what they can't do is change the laws that the Most High put in place for us to follow. They can't get down with the way it was structured and set up when they translated it. Know that. Know that it was translated from somewhere. Find out who are the people they took it from. Find out how these people got down. Find out how these people used to live. What did they do and what did they not do?
I believe they couldn't destroy it. They needed it.
They can't destroy a culture of people like that, man. We here, ain't we? The
Genocide ain't never happened.
They can't do it.
Ever. There ain't never been a successful case of genocide.
They can't do it. We here.
That's a
They've been
proven
trying to
fact.
knock us out from the beginning. Since the end of they been trying to get rid of us. We heard.
We ain't the only people they done tried to knock off.
Right. I got you.
So
Genocide ain't never happened.
Right.
Complete genocide never happened.
well. While we talking, what you think? What do you think about what you just read?
You know what? Okay, now this is what I think now though. I study the names of the Levites and all that, right? I'm like, okay, so this is a bloodline thing, so we're the part of that, you know. So and it probably can happen today, type stuff. Like, okay, for example, it's a family, right? They could be blood Levi, like they great, you know what I'm saying? That happened, boom, bow. Wow, that probably me. I probably was the handsome from the great. That probably was my bloodline type.
Yeah.
Stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but yeah.
Why you gotta be the handsome one though?
Right. No, I was saying. I'm talking about what we read. You know?
That's right. I come from that lineage right there. You know, I ain't mad at you either.
It's in the verses. Don't give it. It's in the verses.
All right, that's what's up. What you think, bro? Let me swing around to you.
I think it's relatable. Well, once you hit Exodus, that's when you start waking up for real. Like the first chapter, by just going into that, you will automatically know, like dang, this just happened like a couple of years ago.
Right, that shit smack you right in the face, don't it?
Yeah, and then when it's talking about the jail and, you know, the women giving birth and have the, you know, like sitting on the stool, I feel like that's still happening, but in a different way, because these kids out here that's still getting killed by police, and they don't even know. It's kind of like biblical, kind of like.
No doubt. Hey, speak it. Hey, Daddy Rich say speak it. He say tell him, King. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Speak up.
Yeah, all that, and then the way I feel like as long as you have a woman, the way, because I just thought about how I can relate to Moses. I was raised by my mama, but she didn't know about the Bible. She didn't want me to go to church and stuff like that. Because she didn't believe in Christianity and all that.
Right.
It took for me to find out this stuff on my own, like, you know, get around, even though I was raised by my mama, to see what was going on, basically.
Yeah.
See where I came from, basically.
Can you see the different oppressions, like kill off the firstborn sons? Can you see how they relate to back then when they was like kill off the firstborn sons to right now?
Yeah, I can see that. I was looking for it when they was gonna, like, it's probably gonna come up pretty soon. Instead of killing the sons, they're gonna try to put them in slavery, like, at a certain age.
Well, they already in slavery.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil it right now. I don't want to give y'all too much, because we're going to talk more about this next week. It's going to get real deeper. Yeah. It's going to get real deeper. It's deep now.
That's what I said.
But hey, we just at the tip of the we still at the tip of the iceberg, bro. It's going down, straight up. I told you that at first when we was getting into it. I told you it's finna get deep, didn't it? Yeah, it's going down. What you think, Cash?
I liked it. The first two chapters was very impactful. They was deep with the first two chapters of Exodus. It wasn't like no sugarcoating. Stepping in it, they had something deep from the beginning.
Yeah, it smacked you. Yeah.
And I also think that majority of the righteous men always meet their wives at the water fountain.
Oh, girl, go. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. You right.
I still think
hey, you right, though. You is right.
That's the spot.
Straight up. Now, I got something to say, too. History do repeat itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Abortion, you right. Daddy Rich, you right. School, the prison pipeline, no doubt. Hey, check it out. History do repeat itself. We have gone through this before. The Bible has been written a long time ago. And yeah, it has been fucked with. But you can still see the similarities, the descriptions, the way that this Bible describes shit, if you just look around you, you can see it. It's still happening. It's modernized, no doubt. We are in the the technological stage, the age of computers. But it is still happening. The harshness is still happening. We call it oppression nowadays. The killing of the firstborns are still happening within the prison systems, within the abortions, within the hoods, the gangs in the hoods, the quote-unquote black-on-black crimes, which they say is the biggest killer amongst us today. It's still happening. At first, it was just us. Now women are doing it, are killing each other. We have to wake up and see who we are as a people.
Not even just the women, the youth.
The youth been doing it.
Now they
When
like
the
8 years
women
old.
and the children start getting impacted, you need to wake up and say, hold on, man, what's going on? Because ain't no love there. What's the boundary there? But all this shit still going on. So stay tuned with us and we gonna break this shit down some more. Right on who all was out there watching us. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna be back next week. Same place. I don't know about the same time. You know, we be fucked up on that time, y'all. Hey, we be fucked up on that time. But we gonna be back. Damn it. Stay tuned and we'll let y'all motherfuckers know. I appreciate it. And we out.
I go by Yisrael 12 tribes representing. Uncommon conscious music through your studios. Listen, I don't be cooking crack in my homeboy's kitchen. I be about that information, share it with my brethren. You won't see me on no block serving fiends, catching cases. You'll see me on the web learning about registration. Trying to search about my nationality and heritage, then research about history and what this shit was carrying. I think my people were slaves in the days of the Constitution, labeled them as livestock. Tagged us, beat us, kept us moving, treated us with brutality and kept the world puking. Then promised slave rights, apologies and retributions. The Negro Act is still valid and they using it. That's why I gotta make this shit Yisrael music. The Negro Act is still valid and they using it. That's why I gotta make this shit Yisrael music. This is Young Yisrael Nation and I got a message that come from the streets. We can no longer be silent. We can no longer be weak. We can no longer suffer defeats from Edomites be what they want us to be. We gotta be the most high chosen nation, cause that's the nation we was chosen to be. We gotta be the most fearless, but we gotta keep up your laws though. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I'm spitting truth through these bars, bro. If you focus, you can see them. Genocide and I see them. Constantine and his Roman friends at the first council in Nicaea. But as far as these Romans go, when the deep is all this Bible gets, all the books irrelevant, all through the New Testament, all through the good Gospels. That book ain't been right since truth in Old Testament. We call it Book of Remembrance. This is Yisrael with the message to the streets. Is it really real or is it all make-believe? Come to think about it, it's this system made unsafe for me. It's been killing me repeatedly, it shows through history. I go by Yekabin, 12 tribes representing. Uncommon conscious music through your studios. Listen, the brainwashing lies, all the schemes that they pitching. If I was free, then why the policies affect my living? Why can't I walk along my porch, getting stoned on my weed, right in front of the police without them harassing me? They be asking information, invading my privacy, talking about what you doing, officer. I'm doing me. See, you operate in public sector, me, I'm in the private. I got my proper paperwork recorded and it's typed in. Can you please respect it? I don't want this to turn violent. Or call your superior officer for we be fighting. So what a District of Columbia at anyway? I see some schemers and some frauds in the USA. So what a District of Columbia at anyway? I see some schemers and some frauds in the USA. This is your Yisrael Nation, and I got a message that come from the streets. We can no longer be silent. We can no longer be weak. We can no longer suffer defeat from Ashkenazis trying to be me, trying to say that they the real Jew. When they only look Jewish to me. Judas to see what they do know. Don't you know Jew is for Judah, bro? Don't you know Judas the tribe of the nation of Yisrael? Who we gon' do this for? We can no longer suffer defeat from Edomites be what they want us to be. We gotta be the most high chosen nation, cause that's the nation we was chosen to be.